Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the semi-monthly pull. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm not the real Manos,
No, you're the real Eric.
but I'm the fake Manos.
Manos, once again, is not on the show that has Manos on it in the intro. He should be back with us in a couple of weeks. He should have his computer stuff all fixed and stuff, and hopefully he will, because he's also going to be a judge on who reviews the reviewers. Eric, are you ready to start?
I am ready to start.
All right, what is your first book this week, sir?
My first book is Avengers issue 5,
Ooh, I
which
too read Avengers issue 5.
I picked up number 1, and I liked it well enough, but I just didn't have room on my pull list at that point in time. So I didn't throw it on there. I just read the issue. But you'd said a lot of good things, and there was and the Infinity Gems is going to be in the second arc. And I was like, well, now I have to read it. And I was doing a pull list restructuring, so I threw it on there. This is the first issue I got since I threw it on my pull list. Now, I have literally no idea what's happening in this book. The time stream is broken. I got that. And there's stuff going on, but it's really cool. There's just I mean, the entire plot apparently is a war between Kang and I'm blanking on his name, the big evil robot.
Oh yeah, what? Ultron? No.
Ultron,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a war between Ultron and Kang,
Right.
and I'm like, it doesn't get more classic Avengers than that.
No. It's awesome.
And there's all these pages where I have no idea what's going on, but it looks really cool. Like Thor's hitting Galactus in the face with his hammer. And I don't know what's happening, but it's really awesome. And there's this full page spread that I have no idea what's going on, but it looks really cool. Where there apparently is anti-venom horses.
Yeah, that was really bizarre.
And then there's this other. It's not a full page spread, but it's one of those things where it goes across 2 pages, even though it's still panels. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's not one page, but anyways, or it's not one picture across 2 pages, it's a bunch. But we have this timeline of Tony Stark's history, and it's a really cool thing. It's really well detailed, and there's stuff here and there, and
Right. I thought that was cool too.
Yeah. It's kind of tiny, so I can't exactly read it. I do find it interesting that the heroic age is actually marked on it.
I thought that was weird too. I was like, that's not exactly an event.
No, it doesn't matter whether it's an event or not, but they named it that. Apparently, they decided now is the heroic age, and at some point they stopped being in the heroic age.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't mean like a comic event. I just mean that it's not like an event that happened. I was on there.
Yeah, but I just thought some of the stuff was weird. There's a big it just says chaos with an exclamation mark, then it's circled.
And I love the giant question mark. I looked at this and I went, "Wow, this looks like something out of Lost to me."
Yeah. And what's funny is
I'm gonna find myself coming back to this a lot to see if stuff happens that is based on it.
I don't think it does. I think this is probably going to be unimportant after this arc, because it's based on this Tony Stark's history, and clearly whatever is going on with time isn't going to happen. And I kind of wanted to briefly mention, because nobody's talking about it, the little things in the back where it's the oral history of the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
I really dig that. It's just a cool idea. And I do know that Bendis' intention is to do enough of that so that by the time the Avengers movie comes out, he can put out a hardcover book of it, just a collection of those, and that's cool. But so yeah, I really liked it. Again, I have no idea what's going on, but that doesn't matter because it's awesome.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it too, and I've been digging this the whole way through. So I can't wait for the Infinity Gems to come back. That's so cool. I'm glad I've been reading it because it's good now. It's just gonna get better. My first book, at the risk of doing stuff I've been doing a lot lately, is actually Superman Batman 76. And it's weird because I think I did Superman Batman 75 on the semi-monthly poll last time, and this hadn't even been on my pull, but I'm putting it on there now because this thing just consistently is good. And what I'm liking about this book is that it's lately been consistently one shot stories. Like you can pick up one issue of this book and you've got a self-contained story, but they're not like lame. They're like really interesting things. This one was really good, and it's Judd Winnick, but it's like okay, it's like how Superman reacted to Batman, air quotes, dying. And I really love that this is here because this is one of those things that I kind of wondered about, and we didn't get a lot of when they sent Batman back in time and everything. And what it's mainly dealing with is Superman after Bruce Wayne is gone, dealing with Dick Grayson because he doesn't like the fact that that Dick Grayson is being Batman, and he thinks that it's like this like reprehensible kind of idea. How dare Dick Grayson like parade around and pretend to be Batman? And I like that because I don't feel like he was getting a lot of
He is
resistance.
going to be disappointed when he reads the annual from a couple months back and finds that somebody else is Superman.
Right. Anyway, he what I really like that he says because at first I wasn't sure I was buying this idea, but what I like about it is that Superman and Batman have always been such opposites, even while they've been friends. And you get the sense in this issue that Superman has a better understanding of Batman than you ever figured he would, because his explanation for why he doesn't want Dick Grayson to be Batman is that Bruce Wayne is the mask, Batman is not the mask. So he says, and that's like a classic Batman idea. And so Superman says, "Well, you're parading around in his skin," and I just loved that.
That's really cool.
So anyway, this is a great issue, and it's definitely a pickup even if you're not reading this book right now.
All right, so my next pick is Thor 615, which is the beginning of Fraction's run on Thor. And what's interesting is that if you flip through it, the first, let's see, one, two, three, the first 3 pages is kind of everything that people complain about with Fraction, where it's just a 6-panel grid of just talking. But other stuff happens too. Like it seems like Fraction found like a good balance between doing those pages they likes of just people talking and like real action and stuff. I don't know. I really dug this. Thor's only in it for a couple of pages, which is kind of funny because this is really all like setting up the plot. The basic idea is that, uh, based on Norse mythology, there's the 9 worlds, um, and they're on the something tree, the celestial tree or the cosmic tree, something like that. It's something tree, um, and they're all on it. It's the world tree. Um, and Asgard is no longer on it. It's now in Midgard, which is Earth. Well, what happens where Asgard was if Asgard's not there? And that's kind of the big setup. And I'm really digging this. It's this big kind of epic cosmic book, that's also really kind of deeply rooted in mythology. Like it feels kind of like the stuff that Stan Lee and Jack Kirby did in the sense that he took this mythology and he's making a science fiction kind of big epic thing out of it, which is what I want from Thor. And if that's not what you want from Thor, there's 4 other Thor books running right now that you can pick up and get something different. But this is exactly what I want from Thor. Um, I love the artwork. It's really, really colorful, and just kind of overall bright. Although Tron is in the background, and that's weird. Like there's a scientist just like in the back of his office. It just looks like Tron is going on. Like it's just like blue, and then there's like bright lights arcing. And the kind of the framing device for this whole issue is that there's this scientist guy, and he's talking to the greatest scientific mind in all of Asgard, and explaining to him bad things are going to happen. But as we find out really quickly, it's not the greatest scientific mind of all of Asgard. It's actually kind of a joke, as to who it is. So like he's trying to explain these concepts, and the guy's just not getting it, and he's just like, so he keeps trying to re-explain it again and again. He's just not getting it, and kind of thing is he keeps explaining it with food, and the guy keeps getting more and more food. He's like, well, if you explain it again with pies, um, and he just keeps eating it. So it's I don't know. I really dug it. Like it's got a lot of humor. It kind of doesn't have any of the faults that I've got with Fraction in his Iron Man stuff. It's really kind of moving quickly and it set everything up, and it's a gorgeous book. So yeah, I really dug it. I think it's a great place to jump on if you want to jump on the Thor, like maybe you're getting ready for the movie or just you want to try Thor. I think it's a great place to start because it's a new run, it's a new arc, it's a new artist. It's good.
Well, once again, at the risk of doing stuff I keep doing a lot, I'm going to have, because this is our picks of the best books in the last 2 weeks, so I'm going to have to go with Batman Beyond #4. And part of the reason I'm doing this is because this book is supposed to go to monthly after this. And I'm really excited about that happening because this thing just keeps getting better and better. Every
Is it
issue.
a 6 issue or a 5 issue?
It's a 6 issue.
Okay.
And so when it's over, it's supposed to go to monthly. And I kind of hope that the same team stays on it. I don't know if they are or not, but I'll keep on it as long as it stays good. And again, I'm sorry I keep talking about this a lot, but it's been that good. So we've got this whole Hush Beyond thing going on, which I don't remember. I know I talked about the first issue. I don't know if I talked about the others on the poll. I know I have on the Captain's Log. But like at first I was like, oh really, Hush Beyond? And of course the first thing I thought was, well, I hope that it's not like the same Hush from before, because the last thing you really want for Batman Beyond is just a bunch of the same old Batman villains because they can't think of new cool things to do. And this book kept being smarter, and so I assumed it wasn't going to go that way. And I won't tell you who it is, but they reveal who Hush is at the end of this, and it's not. And it's the last thing I expected, and it's also the coolest thing ever. Yeah, it's really awesome. The main thing going on here, besides that reveal at the end of this, is that Bruce Wayne is trying to figure out how to be Batman without needing Terry McGinnis, and he starts using like bat robot drones like he had in Kingdom Come, and they get beat really fast. It doesn't work very well, and so he's kind of figuring out that he kind of is going to need Terry McGinnis, and then the rest of it is Terry finally having that long conversation we knew was coming with Dick Grayson, and Dick has this explanation as to why he stopped being Nightwing, which is something I always wondered about when watching the Batman Beyond TV show, because that was a character who never really appeared, and I didn't really know what happened with him, or at least I don't think he ever appeared. And we find out that there was actually one more fight with the Joker besides what happened in Return of the Joker, which is the only real qualm I have with this, because I thought they made it pretty clear that was the last time anybody saw the Joker, but it makes me want to go back and watch it again.
Did they mention was he Tim Drake again?
No, he wasn't. It was like the real Joker again, and I thought that was really bizarre because it wasn't just Dick fighting him; it was Dick and Batman, which is the reason that he stopped being Nightwing, because he got all shot up and almost died because of something Batman did on accident in the fight. And so he kind of blamed it on Batman a little bit, and that's why he left and quit being Nightwing. That and he was shot up so badly he couldn't anymore, and he lost an eye, and all kinds of terrible things happened to him. But anyway, this thing just keeps trumping itself, and I can't believe how good it is, and that's why I can't stop talking about it. So anyway, those are my picks, and that's all I've got.
All right, and I've got what I've got.
So anyway, thanks a lot for listening to the semi-monthly poll. Hopefully I'll have Manos back next time. Eric, we sure appreciate you filling in so much, and we'll obviously have you on again sometime, I'm sure.
All right. Thank you.